What's up, everybody? This is BRZ for Build. I'm Chris. Today we are going to start filming. We're going to film a sequence of events. My favorite episode ever. We're going down to Reno to get another BRZ. I am stoked. The only problem is that other BRZ is missing some parts and we need taillights, so we're going to pull taillights off of our BRZ right here, and then in 1 hour we're going to take those parts and some tools and some stuff. We're going to jump on a train down to Sacramento, rental car from Sacramento to Reno, Reno to extra car back to Sacramento, and from Sacramento back to Portland, Oregon, and I'm excited. Alright guys, I'm freezing and it's probably going to start raining, and like I said, I'm really crunched for time, so I'm going to try and film the quickest taillight removal first step tutorial thing as I possibly can. First step, pop the trunk. Second step, get in the trunk and pull some of that fabric down and undo some screws, and I'll show you that in a second. So on your car you'll see something that looks like that. It's got a little pop rivet. On mine I've kind of loosened it up already. Sorry, I'm filming this thing one-handed. Anyways, pop rivet comes off, and then you'll see these four 8mm bolts holding the light in. So there's one here, and a couple more back there. So you want to pop these clips, you know, with the you want some needle nose or a flathead screwdriver. Pop these clips off of those and then loosen these things up. All right, my vote goes for using needle nose on these. You can just wiggle them off real quick. So there's one here and there's one further back, and now I can show you all the bolts. Sorry about this terrible quality. One here, one up here, one here, and one here. You could pop this wiring off, save you a step, or you could take it off once the light is out. God, I need assistance here. This is ridiculous. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so take the bolts off and then the light comes out. So you can see I got my 4 bolts off. They came right off of there. They were not torqued down really tight, so that's something to remember when you put them back on. We're going to take these bolts with us to Reno, there they are, along with the light. But yeah, don't torque them down too hard. It's probably because these metal studs go into plastic inside the light, and you know, you torque those things down too hard, they can rip themselves out of the plastic. So now that that's loosened up, I've never done this before, but I imagine it just kind of light evacuates car, maybe. That'd be nice. Hey, huzzah. Okay, cool. We got a light, and there's a hole in my car. And anyways, so I gotta do this on the other side, and I'm gonna do that really quickly, and then I gotta pack these up into a box and head to the train station. So stay tuned. Alright, so a little update. I'm in the train. It is 10:30 basically. Got on the train at about 2:30, so I've been on the train for like 8 hours. There's another I don't know, 8 more hours to go or something. The train pulls into Sacramento at 6 a.m. where I'm gonna somehow get from the train station to the airport, where I'm gonna get a rental car and grab the rental car and go to Reno. But so far so good. The train is nice. It doesn't seem to go anywhere, and it stops every 5 minutes, but it's cool. And we got we thinned out the tool case and built basically a new tool case for traveling. Threw that in the cargo, and the 2 taillights from the BRZ, threw that in the cargo. Those are checked, and I managed to grab all my other bags, so we got plenty of gear, and I am ready to get to Reno. Hang on. Nissan Altima power! So it's 6:30 a.m. We got off the train at 5:30 a.m. Grabbed an Uber from the train station, went to the rental car place, picked up a nice Nissan Altima for our little drive to Reno. So we're on our way driving to Reno. The train was interesting. I think I slept about 3 hours last night, and it took about 14 hours to travel a little shy of 600 miles. So VTEC, yo!
Keep left to merge onto I-80 east toward Reno.
Fucking California drivers. Anyways, yeah, we're on our way to Reno right now. We'll be at Reno and hopefully get the car around 8 in the morning, 8 or 9 in the morning. I'm excited. It's going to be the first time I've seen the car. Action! All right, so we are about an hour and a half closer to Reno, and since I'm American and I don't know geography at all, I didn't know that we were going to be going over such intense mountain pass. Like the whole time it's just been a mountain pass, and I don't know if you can see out the windshield or not, but it's snow. It's been snow for the last like 40 minutes. Only problem is the rental car company sent us on our way with no windshield wiper fluid, so I can't clean the windshield and I can't see out of it anymore. So this drive got a little bit more exciting, And on top of that, there's about 30-mile-an-hour winds up here, so that's gonna be really fun driving the BRZ back home in it. But so far so good, and we are about 40 minutes outside of Reno, where hopefully there won't be snow, because I don't want to work on a car in the snow. Well, we made it almost over the pass. We started heading back down, and then the truck's back spray covered the windshield. So then I took my soft drink and I tried to chuck it on the windshield while the wipers were going. That flew over the windshield, back in, and all over me. So I'm not happy with this car rental company for sending us on the road with no windshield wiper fluid. So I'm gonna put water in it instead of windshield wiper fluid, just so they have to replace it later. Fun times, but it should get us back on the road and clean. I mean, if you look at our windshield, that's right after I cleaned it. Huh, well this is totally actually, if you look in here, the reservoir is maxed out without putting much in there. So it's possible that the line froze. Yeah, it was probably actually, no, that's just my slushy from my soft drink. Yeah, the squirting lines might be frozen. I'm not really sure, but either way, gotta get the hell out of here and get into Reno, hopefully where it's a little bit warmer. Fun times. Yeah. Alright guys, we are here. It's a moment that I've been waiting for. I'm sure you guys have been waiting for it too. I would be more excited, but I haven't slept, I haven't ate, and I just got handed this giant pile of work to do, and there's ice on the ground. I don't know why, I don't know geography, but for some reason I thought Reno would be like kind of warm, deserty feel, and then I got a car literally delivered to me with an inch of snow on it, so this is fun. But here is the BRZ that we wanted auctioned. It comes with no front fender, I think. So the car is absolutely chock full of parts, and the problem is we have to drive this car out of here. If we're gonna try and stay on track in the next 6 or 7 hours, we need to make it street legal, meaning headlights and taillights, front bumper, rear bumper, but then also there's a problem of, there's all these parts in the car and we gotta get that. So anyways, let me show you around the car, and then we'll talk about the time frame issue. So, missing a door. That's a little weight reduction feature right there. We got some rear frame damage right here, rear quarter panel damage going all the way through, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm inside the car now. So this is pretty crazy. And then in the pictures, there was no trunk lid, but then it looks like the trunk lid's inside the car. The rear bumper is actually right here. And then going over here, the window's down, but I think the window does, work. I saw some shiny bits under the hood. The owner might have modded it, and I noticed there's some coilovers under here. So these do not look like real N-key rims. Oh no, they are. So these are legit rims, and we got good tires, which is good for the snow factor. So yeah, next part is we need to rebuild this car, but we're in the parking lot of a company and we have not asked their permission, but I think we're just gonna start, and then if they make us stop, we're gonna ask to keep going. So I'm not, I guess I wasn't ready for all this. I was just gonna put some headlights and taillights on and hit the road, but now I have to deal with all the parts. So I think first steps first, I'm gonna hit that trunk and try and start getting the taillights on, rear bumper on, and other stuff. And then like at least we'll be working behind the car where the people inside maybe won't notice us or something. Maybe it's just too damn cold, they won't even want to come outside to bother us. So yeah, so here's the deal with the time. It's almost 10 o'clock right now in the morning. That pass is really icy and stuff like that. I'm not gonna drive it at night. I wanna drive it at the heat of the day, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, I'd like to get this done before 4 o'clock. I highly doubt that's gonna happen because we still gotta hit the DMV and gotta get registration. What else? You guys that have been watching the channel for a while now, watching live episodes, know that I just got off of a 2-month vacation, and my work was nice enough to give me 2 more days of vacation. So I have Monday and Tuesday, and I'm gonna be at work Wednesday morning no matter what. So we got you know, like, I don't know, 800-900 miles to get this car. We got to get it built and drive it 900 miles. So time frame is real. We really got to get this together. So myself, and I'm going to throw in the cameraman, Adrian, my cameraman. He's going to help me build this car back up, and I think we're going to get started on the rear right now. Tools. We need tools.
You guys are clear brown. That's a step.
Okay, so we started on the back of the car. We pulled all the plastic wrap off, got the bumper cover off, so we could dig into the trunk and look at parts. So what I was able to find is parts. So I got some, I got the taillights, and like you guys watched from when I was back home, I'm doing the reverse installation. I'm dealing with one problem that I've never dealt with in my life before. Clearly what happened is the car got wrecked and they took it to some really nice body shop and had them do an appraisal for a repair. That's how they decided to total out a car. And what he did is he individually labeled all the bolts that we needed, which is really nice. But these bags are frozen. The bolts are frozen together. There's ice cubes on everything. I've never dealt with that. The trunk right now is one big chunk of ice, and unfortunately it's melting faster than we're getting parts out of it. So I'm not gonna be able to get it, I'm not gonna be able to remove the big chunk of ice. So we found 2 taillights and we got a bumper. There's a trunk lid that we found. The driver's seat is not bolted to anything inside there, so we're finding some more problems as I go, but man, I love doing this stuff, so now I'm really excited. I'm feeling powered up, and got a bit of a fourth wind or whatever it is, so I'm gonna wire up these taillights and then see what I can do about getting the trunk lid on, and kind of just wrap up this back area before we move on to trying to figure out the front area. If you come check this out, this is the state of the trunk. This is a block of ice, and this is the headrest for the driver's side. Make some light on that one. You're not gonna get any light. Now I have a headrest to drive home with. That's a little bit of water out of the trunk. I'll set this out in the sun to heat up. They're starting to kind of yard sale their parking lot, which has got me pretty nervous. I found a drain in the trunk I'm gonna try and pop. I hope it's a drain. Now I'll get some of this water out of here. I don't know. There we go. You filming that? Looks like a drain. So I'll bust out all the rest of this ice. I'm gonna leave that open and let the trunk drain as we drive. Okay, so just I don't know, probably last time we checked in, I think it was almost 10 or something. It's about 10:30 and we've got a lot of good progress. So we got our taillights on. We were able to grab the trunk lid, find the trunk lid. It took us forever to find the bolts that the trunk lid went in, but like I said, the insurance company or whoever did this, the estimators, labeling everything really helps. So next thing that we're gonna do is throw our rear bumper on. So Adrian threw that clip on the left side, and I've got my clip on the right side. It came on stock. This is a wire that plugs in somewhere. And on my car, when I was working on this, I unplugged from down here, so this wire just came out of the car. Here it is, found it. It came out of the car like magic, so I don't know where it runs up. Damn it, I was gonna do this like really fast. Here we go, right through here. And if it doesn't, well, it does now. Yeah, it looks like it does. So that's gonna run through there and into the trunk, and we'll bolt that on. So then the bumper just goes on like this-ish. Careful not to scratch your parts that you care about so much. On into that clip somewhere. In. Up here you got this bolt part right here. And over here where you want to grab your screw gun and hit that. This part clips in right in the middle. And then the tricky part is coming over here and doing the same without losing. Okay, so we got a couple broken spots right here, but that'll be all right. And why did shit break from over here? It's like this car got hit from everywhere. So there's a couple there's a broken off push pin spot back here that's stopping this from wanting to go on. Okay, so that's on. When you secure your bolts in here, you know that, okay, you're gonna be safe. And then there's 3 underneath that you do on each side. And then that's like primo, you don't gotta worry about it falling off on the road and killing anybody. So about a half an hour, rear is reassembled. And then we're gonna move on to the front. I didn't bring a drill, so I can't drill holes to drift stitch this bumper, so I'm a little concerned. But pretty sure we're gonna run with it. We're recording and we're recording. Just to ensure I don't starve to death while burning all these awesome car building calories, I've got a sausage McDonald's piece of shit burrito and a jug of water.
Is that like product placement? That's product placement.
Product placement. I'm selling water now. Actually, in Nevada, I bet you could sell water, except for right now because it snows here apparently in a desert. So, what's next, huh? We're putting the seat in. We do have a problem. Inertia reel seatbelt, airbag blows a bunch of bearings into here. Seatbelt does not want to come out anymore. Doesn't want to feed. And I'm not driving in a car with no door and no seatbelt. So, because if I hit anything, I'd make a nice crisp-shaped circle right here and go flying out the window. I'm gonna put on the fender while Adrian works on getting that seat in. And everything's gonna be merry. I'm gonna build a front bumper out of a front bumper. Party on. Alright, so cameraman Adrian has decided that rather than build the whole BRZ, you should probably try and start it.
Oh, never, right?
Which rings a little bit familiar to me. I gotta say, I'm a little bit nervous. This one doesn't have push start, which actually, I don't know, kind of simplifies things. But anyways, here's the key. Here's the BRZ. Let's try and start it. I'm so nervous. Oh, God, we gotta adjust this. All right. Neutral. Clutch is in. Brake is on. I guess it's got aftermarket exhaust. Or an exhaust leak. That's aftermarket exhaust. Why would you do that? Well, I'm gonna let it run a little bit, warm up, check things like the radiator and other stuff like that. Probably time to get this bumper on. Alright, that's a little bit better. Anyways, I'm gonna let the car warm up. Hey, that's how you start a BRZ. Yeah, I'm gonna let it warm up and then I'll check things like radiator, and then I'll check the radiator again, and then we gotta turn this into one piece and throw it on the car. All right, so next steps are gonna be the headlights and then the bumper. We ran the engine for a while, let the cooling system kick in, let everything heat up, and everything went well. And while we were doing that, we found some nice mods that have already been done on the car that are gonna save us a good amount of money, but I'm gonna go over those later before we take off. So next thing we're gonna do is bolt on the headlights. And remember, like I said in other videos, it's really best to tape off these headlights because they're plastic and the fenders will scratch the crap out of them, but we don't have the tape or the time. We are at 11:20 right now. We have headlights, bumper, and then we're gonna tear down to the DMV to get registration. We got our headlights in, and I'm happy about it. And man, with this BRZ, FRS, all these cars, the headlight installation, I've never had a car be easier to install headlights on, so that's pretty cool. They just fit like a glove. So we just did like kind of the minimal bolt on that we could to get us home. for now. So I wired them in, and now I'm gonna go ahead and test. Why don't you stay up there and you can tell me, make sure they're working. Okay, lights?
Yep.
Both sides?
Hold on. Yep.
That was bright, so those are headlights. Left blinker?
Yep.
Right blinker?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Pardon the train. That's how we got here. Headlights are on. Now we're gonna try and zip tie the bumper back together as much as we can, and then we're gonna just rig it on here anyway that's good enough to get us home. Okay, so when a car gets in an accident, you got this charge here, and it's actually it's an explosive device, and it shoots these ball bearings into this gear, and what that does is that forces the stopping of your seatbelt from going out. Now to get it back, you can, over here is the inertia reel system, and that's basically you slam on the brakes, this ball slides forward inside a mechanism. It's a little ball bearing, and it slides forward in a mechanism, and then it stops this thing from going. So what you can do is you can take this apart, pull all these ball bearings out so this device can rotate. You'll still have inertia reel, but you won't have the ABS thing, which doesn't work. It's worth noting, you know, in a car, when you blow one ABS device, the other ones are not going to work because ABS is toast until the whole system is reactivated and fixed up. So what we're doing is not really taking away any safety, but I need a seatbelt. So this is the only way to get this seatbelt back in operating order. Is I'm going to do this. It's going to be able to retract then, and then we'll have the inertia reel. So if I get in an accident, when the car lurches forward or something stops, it'll lock for me. But right now it's just totally locked. And look, we got a bumper on, we got headlights on. So after this, we're done. It's down to the DMV, working on getting some registration of some sort, and then also we need to go buy some plastic from Home Depot and tape up the door. And it unfortunately looks like we can't get that window to roll up either, so it's gonna be a real cold, real interesting ride home. Okay, so I want to come back and correct myself. It's not ball bearings coming in this thing, it's this strange ratcheting thing. When I opened this up, it was stuck about like this. Electric or explosive charge, this thing can slide in, it just blows it out. And what I did was I just went ahead and pulled it the rest of the way out. Now I'm gonna install this thing. I'm gonna put it back together, and the seatbelt should be able to spin freely now that this gear is not stopped. So this gear attaches down here to that. All right, that's it. All right, so we got the mechanism rebuilt, and then we mounted it. There's a big old bolt down here. We throw in a little bolt right there, and then the rest of this thing, you'll have to excuse me, I'm not familiar with it. I'm looking at it for the first time now. It's gonna go up here, probably into this massive thing right here. Yep, it's got a nice little spacer. And then we have this to go into our grounding point. That's gonna go in right down by the seat, and then this part buckles up for me. Okay, well it is 12:30 in the afternoon, and the BRZ is a BRZ again. It's all back together. We're ready to drive it, so we're gonna hit the DMV mint. We're gonna hit the DMV and get it registered real fast. We're gonna get a trip permit so we can drive it back to Oregon, and then from there we're gonna come back, pick up the car. We're gonna take our rental car down to the DMV. From there, we're gonna pick up the car, and then we're gonna go down to Home Depot, buy some plastic, and plastic up the side door and my door and the rear quarter panel. But all in all, she's back together. There's one more thing I want to do. Little graffiti. Let people know who made this monstrosity. There we go. Perfect. My tagging skills aren't what they used to be. Alright, so we just got back from the DMV and to Walmart doing a little shopping. Got the car registered. While I was at the DMV in line, I got the car insured. So we are okayed by the United States of America and the states inside the States of America to drive it. So how we're gonna build a door. We're gonna build a door out of plastic, and we got matching black plastic, which is pretty cool. We got some black plastic here that we're gonna plastic up from here to here. We're gonna black duct tape it, and it's nice and thick. It's as thick as we could get it. It's 3.5 mil. We would have gone thicker if we could. So we'll do that, and I think I'm gonna leave a little window hole just so I can see out of the car. So while I'm getting used to it and driving it around. Never driven a BRZ. Worked on them for about 6 months, but never driven one. So we're gonna build that, and then we gotta put on a mirror to be street legal. So we got a bicycle mirror, a bicycle mirror that I'm gonna have to. Ooh, this is a good spot. I'm gonna bolt it on somehow and mirror it around. I think I'm gonna bolt it on right here, and that'll be my mirror. Yeah, thanks, Bell. That's a solid one. All right, so we're gonna do that stuff, and then well, it's nice and hot out outside here in Nevada. We're gonna try and get back over that snowy mountain pass, so we're less likely to have dangerous times.
I'ma fight till the day that I die. Swear to God that I put that on my life, and I'ma try my best to love forever, true and lying. I'm a smash, baby, I'm a night, and I'm a glad take off and fly. If you wanna stun me, nigga, keep on trying. If I leave, I'm not leaving in silence. You won't see me crying. You gon' see the fire in my eyes. If I go, I'ma start a riot. I'm fighting for my life, and I'ma give y'all everything tonight. If I leave.
Yes, it does look like I'm driving a plastic bag down the road. I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing for a test drive. First voyage. Voyage if you're French. Let's go ahead and get in the car. Oh, it's locked. Oh, okay. Gotta click twice to get the passenger driver door. This is not elegant. Oh, rip my pants. All right, I'm in. Oh, I spotted one problem. I can see tire through here, so that means the water is definitely gonna come flying through that hole at me. Anyways, oh yeah, this mirror is legit. I'm not kidding, I can actually see stuff. Okay, seat all set. Just driving in here. That's it. Test drive time. That'll do. Good enough. All right. get out through this stuff. Something's up with this seatbelt. I feel like it got bent in. I don't know, anyways.
Maybe that's worse before you try to climb out of there.
This won't be dignified.
Oh, they're gonna tear off.
I can Dukes of Hazzard this shit. That clear it?
Yeah.
Woo! The old plastic bag trick. I bet that does not last to Sacramento.
I think it will.
We're gonna have to go full plastic bag once we get to Oregon because the rain. Anyways, let's pack up and get the hell out of here. It's time to get some Taco Bell. All right, so we learned a few things on the 2-mile trip to Taco Bell. This is pretty much worthless because the fender funnels air straight in at me anyways. So I'm getting all the fresh air, I'm getting all the rocks, but I do want to keep the water off of this opening in the car, so I'm going to modify it to kind of go through like that. So that's going to cover that. I guess while I'm in here I might trim this a bit. And the seatbelt only stays latched when it feels like it. So I think what happened is when it got in a wreck, it held the driver back and then it bent itself. So I'm gonna need to bend that back. I'm gonna do all those things and then try driving it again. And get a chalupa. Brilliant. Sit rep from inside the BRZ. This is the most dangerous, uncomfortable drive I've ever had, and it's only been like 20 minutes. That is not comforting. I'm freezing my nuts off. And I'm about to drive over a mountain pass that's covered in snow. I really wish I had a door. But here goes nothing. Oh, sit rep. You're supposed to actually get in the rep. Car seems fine. I forgot to do all my safety checks, so I'm also a little bit scared there. I have no idea what's up with this car. But all the body paddles have stayed on so far. Wheels have stayed on. Nothing popped. Fingers crossed, really. But they're frozen, so I can't cross them. What's up, guys? We have landed. We're in the hotel. Me and the cameraman. We are in the hotel. We are in Sacramento, California, which is 160 miles away from Reno, I think. Maybe 120, 130. We got over that mountain pass. I froze my ass off. I gave you guys that sit rep from my cell phone camera. After that, I got like way colder and I just didn't film anything. But once we got back into California, a little bit more lower altitude, everything kind of warmed up a little bit. We took a stop and I got on my phone and started calling around used part lots, and I found this place in a city called Stockton that has a door. So we are actually going to wake up as early as we can tomorrow to get down to Stockton, which is about an hour away, but with traffic, well, we're going to try and actually beat the traffic and be in Stockton at 8 a.m. when they open up their yard. Grab the door. It's a matching color. We're going to grab the door and install it on the BRZ, and then we have to be back up in Portland home that night, tomorrow night, to be at work the next morning. So a bit of a time crunch, but it makes it always fun. So far the car is running great. I'm super happy. Like today we took it from a snowball in a parking lot with parts taped onto it and inside it, car full of car parts, and turned it into a running driving. I mean, the car's gone about 200 miles today and everything's running great. It's pretty great. Cool stuff that I found about the car. It's got some upgraded brake pads that are fade resistant. That's pretty cool. It's got Moogin Racing coilover kit. That's about a $30, sorry. I'm a little tired. I've been up for like 48 hours now-ish. Anyways, the Moogin Racing coilovers are about $1,000 savings or $1,000 benefit bargain, whatever you want to call it. They cost about $1,000 if you order them new online. They're mid-range to mid to top range coilover kit, which is pretty awesome. And it's got aftermarket headers from a brand that I don't know, and then an exhaust. I'm not in love with the exhaust note. It's a little bit loud. It's a little bit, you know, kid-ish for me, but it's pretty cool. So I'm loving it. I'm loving driving the car. It's a great car. Handles great. It's super sticky. Oh, it's also got Cusco sway bars in the front and rear. So awesome. I mean, it's awesome for the $7,000 price. I got well over $1,000 of aftermarket mods on top of that, and then after I go add a door, all it really needs is a rear quarter panel and a new front bumper, and that car is just ready to roll. So I'm super stoked. We're gonna wake up really early tomorrow and hit the road and get that door, and hopefully it'll go on the car nicely, although that area is really dented, so I don't have a lot of high hopes. But even if I could just like tie the door down to the car or something, it'll be a lot better than driving totally open air. But so far it's been a really fun day, and I think there's some NFL on, and I know that there's a Hooters next door, so I'm gonna go have some beer and football. Peace. It is 6 a.m. We are jumping into Sacramento traffic, heading down to Stockton to get a door! Get the door! Okay, we have arrived at LKQ in Stockton. Frozen all the way down to the bone, so it's time to get a door and get it on this car, hopefully without too much drama. Save that drama for your mama. Doors on cars. So we're here, we got our door, about $625. It's definitely a different color, I'm just realizing that now. This is like a metal flake charcoal color, and that's black. So this probably came off of an FRS or something. Has cyan paint. Interesting. Anyways, so a little bit less of a bargain on the door than we thought, but we need a door to get home. So the only problem is it doesn't come with a panel, and if we had the panel, we could probably operate the windows to roll up the other window, but that's no biggie. So for now, we're going to bolt this door on as fast as we can and get the hell out of here. Okay, so what we ended up doing was we got the door, and it comes with the hinges here, and sometimes when you're in a wreck, these hinges, they can get bent up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the hinges from the new door, and what that means is we gotta pull the fender real quick. Just kind of a hassle because the fender attaches to the front bumper and the headlight, but hopefully if we can do it fast enough, people won't really notice, and then it'll be a lot easier to throw our door on. So race is on to get this stuff together. Alright, so we just got our door on, and the door can't shut because the door well is a little bit bent, so we zip tied it shut for the time being. We are officially now typing in directions from here to home. 9 hours and 39 minutes, which is a little, I don't know, wishful thinking. Anyways, so we got the door on. LKQ was a little bit interesting. Sorry we couldn't film the rest of that. What happened basically was we started filming, we didn't really ask permission. We told them we were going to work on the car, we didn't really ask for permission for that either. And once we got about halfway through and kind of yard sailed the parking lot, they kind of changed their mind on whether or not they were happy on that. But the coolest part ever, we're leaving, and I ran into the first B is for Build fan that I've ever ran into in the street. This kid turns over and goes, "Oh shit, that's B is for Build." And so that was really rad. Shout out to you. Sorry, I forgot your name. I'm terrible at names. And I'm just too damn excited. So now we are heading home, and then on the way home, I'm gonna stop at a Home Depot and grab a sledgehammer and undo some dents by making more dents, and then hopefully we'll be able to shut this door. But I mean, already a huge improvement, and I'm stoked. It's time to head home. What? The weather. Yeah, the weather's a lot nicer, so it's time to go. Freeway bound. All right, so I went to the local Home Depot and got a cheap-ass mallet, and I'm gonna try and hammer down this spot right here where the frame's bent up. Definitely don't do this on your car, but what happens is there's a hole right here anyway, so the body shop's gonna have to deal with this whole area, so right there is where it's gonna go down. It's gonna be really loud.
Should we should probably go farther back, right?
Yeah, we might want to. Okay, we're gonna pause here and go in the back of Home Depot to draw a little less attention, because when we do get this down, probably gonna need to adjust the hangers on the door so it can latch in. So yeah, the door operation was a bit of a fail. The mallet, while I was using it, decided to depart ways. Anyways, so that lasted like 10 minutes. People talk a lot of trash about Harbor Freight, but turns out Home Depot tools are worse. I've never had that happen with a Harbor Freight tool. So anyways, we smashed the hell out of that and metal and twisted around, and we're still about a ½ inch off of getting the door to click shut just because of the frame damage. So plan B, we're gonna return the mallet and buy some rope, and we got the door a lot closer than it was, so we'll get the door close to where it needs to go, and then we're gonna tie it shut and drive like that the rest of the way home. I mean, overall, the big problem was just the amount of air coming in because there was no door. That problem solved. It's cozy driving in here, so I got no complaints. So a little bit of rope, keep it shut, keep it safe, and we're good to hit the road. So couldn't get the thing to latch, so what we did was we tied a rope around where the seat bolts up into the car's frame. We tied a rope onto a little swiveling hook thing that I bought at Home Depot. On the other end of the door, we found a place where we could get a carabiner through. So whenever I want to open and close the door, I'll just grab this thing, open it, and the door will pop open, and then close it. Same thing in reverse. Piece for build, we build shit. All right, everybody, we are about 5 hours into the trip, maybe more. 4 o'clock, we're gonna be driving until about 10 o'clock when we'll get home. But I think that's all we're gonna film, unless anything really exciting happens. We already went over one mountain pass, and the weather's nice, so I don't think anything crazy is gonna happen. Only changes we've made since we got the door firmly attached is I kind of redid some of the plastic on the back, redo it. Nothing too exciting. Everything's going great, car's performing great, and I'm stoked. I'm ready to get it home and start working on it. With that, I think that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. There's a lot of future for this car. Something interesting, I didn't feel good kind of pulling the engine out of the other Subaru without trying a couple more things, so I did spend some money and I bought a used wiring harness on eBay to try and install that into the other car. And also, after driving this around a little bit with the manual, I've got some thoughts on some of the future plans for both of these cars. But no matter what goes down, one car is going to be daily driver, other car is going to be all-out race car with an engine swap. I'm just not 100% sure which car is going to do which right now. Like I said, thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks for all the comments and support. It's been really, really awesome. The channel's growing really fast, and I'm really stoked. We got some merchandise coming on the way. If you're watching this in the future, check out our shop. Website, bsforbuild.com. Facebook, facebook.com/bsforbuild. Follow us there, and you can get pictures. Like, we took plenty of pictures while we were on this road trip. Facebook commenters helped name this car. This car is the Plan B, and I really like the General B for the other car too. So you know, follow us there. You can get up to date with what's going on before the episodes come out. And Instagram #BSForBuild is a good way to get us. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Peace.